Sparrow, you lucky man.
I honestly thought you were going to save Szoboszlai for yourself.
I thought he was saying
No, I actually mixed it up. So I got Gakpo because he's my favourite Liverpool player, and I was quite happy to speak about him because I wanted to give him a little bit of a pass. I've give you the key guy. I wasn't going to do that. I think the host could ever do that. Dom Szoboszlai.
I've got the man himself.
Yeah.
Out of an 11 players that were basically poor for the first 20 minutes, he wasn't noticeably poor. He was a step above in the fact that he was average for the first 20 minutes. Didn't notice anything terrible. Didn't notice anything brilliant either. As the game went on, much like everyone else grew into the game, he grew into it more. He made that game his. And he's going to be what, despite the fact that he didn't get on the score sheet, he's going to be what this game is remembered for. Because he was absolutely phenomenal in the entirety of the second half, and even more so. As soon as he had 2 men's job to do, he did 3 men's jobs.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. He stepped up, he ran the game. And he seemed to he didn't drop into a 6, but he dropped 15 yards deeper, picking up all those balls coming out the back as we were defending, and distributing really well, and just calming the game down. There was a certain Milner-esque type of calmness to him where it didn't matter if he was being closed down, if he was in space, he had the same amount of time on the ball regardless. And I noticed a couple of instances throughout the game, he's got such quick feet. The way he just moves the ball from one foot to the other, and players just slide past him like he's not even there. And that's not taken into account where he's took on 2 of their players and made it to the byline, which was brilliant. Yeah. And I say that's what we've been lacking since Henderson lost his legs to do it. He used to overlap with Trent and he'd make it to the byline, and then his legs fell off and he couldn't do it anymore. But now Szoboszlai can do both of those jobs on his own. He'll just sprint down the line, get to the byline. And his final ball wasn't the correct one, but it was the right idea. He was aiming for the penalty spot where Diaz was waiting. The ball didn't make it through. Yeah. It was an absolutely exceptional performance from him for me, and I'd give him a 9.
Yeah, I agree.
Feel free. You absolutely summed it up perfectly, mate. And I think you can kind of give him a pass for the first half an hour. I know he goes on to win that penalty. I think that's his quick feet, and obviously he buys it. I think that's a professional way of saying that. But for me, what excited me the most was when he looked like he wanted to lead us a little bit. He wanted to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. And you can give a pass for being nervous, making your Anfield debut, coming to a new country, playing in front of your new fans. But those nerves were gone by the second half. And I don't know whether someone was in his ear or said, look, you're doing really well, you've got this. But he just seemed so much more calm and composed on the ball, and it was a good performance, because I didn't know what to make of the type of player that he's going to be for us. But if he can do what he did in the latter part of that game with the right players in and around him to free him up, he's going to be a problem.
I always like lads who take offence to the fact that Liverpool might lose points, and he seems to do that today. And that's something that's always been with me. I don't know what it is. When Liverpool face adversity in the game, I like a lad that goes, absolutely not a chance. And he did that today. The minute went down to 10 men, and yes, we get the lead, we extend our lead thereafter, but he's thinking, you know what, this game's not won yet, it's not done, we're down a man, I'm going to be the guy to step up. I loved that, and he was an animal for half an hour there. That's one of the better performances I've seen from a Liverpool lad for a long time, let alone debut.
Yeah, and I think there's an argument to say as well, he probably feels aggrieved for his boy. You've just come and made your debut in midfield. I'm making my, we're here together, and I think you've been done dirty by the ref. In his mind, you're always going to jump to your boy's defence.
Of course
you're going to be strong and wrong, and then you'll have a weird type of thing. And he's probably, as you said there, he's taken offence to that royally and thought, nah, that's not how we're going out, and I'm not going to allow what should be a good memory for us both, especially as our debuts, go down as something that now brings the whole team down, because the game gets taken away from us. And again, you can't instruct that. No. It shows a lot about your minerals. Do you know what I mean? What are you made of? And he seemed to have that, and a lot of credit to him. And like you said, man of the match performance.
Well, comfortably man of the match. I think that was a no-brainer. Landslide on our vote on Twitter anyway. And like I say, minerals, and something we lacked last season, to be honest with you, too often.